Hi there, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I'm a bankruptcy attorney in the Atlanta, Georgia area. What I'd like to talk to you today about is your ability to negotiate, or actually your attorney's ability to negotiate balances due in Chapter 7 cases when you owe money to electronic stores, appliance stores, and the like. I recently had a case where I had a client who owed about $2,400 to one of the big box electronic stores. That was included in the balance was an old camera, there were a couple of laptops, a printer, things like that, but it was all 2 or 3 years old. And the lender had an attorney appear at the 341 meeting of creditors hearing, and they brought us a reaffirmation agreement that said $2,400 and they wanted $250 a month. My client says, can't do it. So the attorney, the opposing counsel, who I know pretty well, said, well, here's a number, call this number, call the law firm, it's out in another state, see what you can work out. So I did, and they immediately went to $1,200. They immediately dropped their demand in half. We went back and forth probably 6 or 7 times, but at the end of the day, after about 3 weeks of this, I was able to settle this account for $400 cash. So my client had the option of either $400 cash or $500 and $100 a month for the next 5 months. So we were able to take a $2,400 balance and knock it down to $400 in cash. And that's because we asked. There's no reason to pay much more than these electronics are worth. As you probably know, computers and cameras and all that stuff, camcorders, that stuff loses value immediately. So the creditor is going to ask, but don't feel you have to take it. And so one of the things that I always do when I'm looking in Chapter 7, and my client wants to reaffirm a debt and keep electronics or small items like that, I always negotiate. I'll even try to negotiate on cars. Doesn't always work, but every once in a while I'm able to get a deal. Houses not so much, but cars sometimes, and electronics almost always. So if you are going into Chapter 7 and you owe money to a big box electronics store or to anybody that's not a car lender or a mortgage lender, but it's secured, there's a security interest involved in it, there's a pretty good chance that you'll be able to negotiate some sort of a deal, get a much better terms, or some sort of a cash payout even better when you go into Chapter 7. Just got to ask is what it boils down to. So hope this has been helpful. Hope you enjoy the Bankruptcy Law Network blog. And any questions, feel free to contact any one of us. Again, my name is Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm in Atlanta, and I hope this has been helpful. We'll talk to you soon.